One thing that I've heard so far is that all small local businesses are saying how much they like Facebook. So I guess that's we're going to address the elephant in the room right now, why small local businesses do like Facebook. So the major reason why they love Facebook is because it is cost effective. It is easy to set up and it's also free. I'm going to turn off my video for now and just go through the slides. The next area of why they like Facebook is because it's ease of use. So Facebook is easy to set up and it's also easy to manage. And even people who do not have any technical experience are able to modify and edit the site or their post on there. It also boasts that it has a lot of active users worldwide, and it is a pretty massive reach that they do have with their larger audience. Another positive about Facebook is that it is mobile friendly. So the platform is designed for mobile use. Again, it is crucial that your sites are all mobile responsive, and that's because everyone seems to be using their phones now to go on the internet. Direct engagement. So one of the other reasons why people use Facebook, and these are the small businesses, is that it allows them to communicate with customers, build a relationship, as well as providing quick customer service. And of course, I'm sure all of you have already heard, Facebook does targeted advertising, and what that does is allows for specific targeting based on demographics, interests, behaviors, and location. So now you ask yourself, how can we compete with that, with all those things that are such positives for Facebook? Well, let's start off with the disadvantages of Facebook and that no one's talking about for the small local businesses. One disadvantage is that you have lack of control. So a small business cannot change a couple of things on Facebook. And one thing that Facebook can do is they can change their algorithms, they can change their policies, they can even shut down your site without even letting you know, or giving you little notice at least. Another part of Facebook is that there's limited customization and branding. So as you can upload a logo and you can add a cover photo. You don't really have a brand identity using Facebook, and that's one of the negative parts of Facebook. It's unlike a website where it does give you complete creative freedom, where you can design it or make it look somewhat of what your location, your services, or your products is. Also, declining organic reach. So you may have thousands of followers on your Facebook page, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're all going to see your post. So Facebook's algorithm actually is now increasing more the priority of family and friends over business pages. So the reason for that is obviously they know that a business is a business, so they're willing to pay for advertising. And that's one of the reasons why they don't show your ads or they don't show your posts so high up there versus family and friends. One of the downfalls of advertising with Facebook is once you start advertising with them, you really can't stop. And it's not that you can't stop technically, but once you do stop, your reach and your posts do not get seen as often to your followers. And they know that because they know that you're willing to pay. And so they start changing the algorithm to start working that way. Again, so your posts do not are not seen as often. So for example, if your post before advertising was 100 people saw it or you had a lot of comments, after you advertise and you stop advertising, you may see maybe 10 people saw your post. Also, SEO limitations. So Google is now indexing some Facebook pages. So a business location may appear or their Facebook page may appear on a search in Facebook, but that's it. It's not doing any other indexing, for example, on posts or anything like that, where a website, it can do that. So SEO limitations, that's a huge issue. And also limited functionality. So again, you can post information, you can get engagement with your clients on there, but you really can't do much more than that. For example, you can't put detailed information of products, you can't organize them in that way, you can't put so much service information, you can't add coupons, and you can't even download forms. So another thing is if a business does have Facebook, why do they need a website? So here are some answers that I have in regards to that. And I think the major response is you have to let them know that credibility is the biggest reason why they need a website. A professional website establishes credibility and trust with potential customers. And not having a business website, it appears less reputable in this digital era. So here's some stats in regards to searching. Um, 76% of consumers will search for a company's website before visiting their physical location. So again, it is important that they have not a Facebook page, but a website in addition to their Facebook page. Also, 45% among these consumers visit in person if the business has a strong online presence. And 86%, this is the good news, is 86% of small businesses without a website plan to build one in the next few years.